It's 9:47 p.m. on September 18th, 2022. 18-year-old Arion Kurtaj sits in a Travelodge hotel room in Kettering, England, banned from the internet and under police protection. Using only an Amazon Fire Stick, his smartphone, and the hotel TV, he's about to pull off one of gaming's biggest heists. Within hours, 90 clips from the world's most anticipated video game, Grand Theft Auto 6, will be stolen and leaked online. This is just one of three major cybercrimes Kurtaj will commit in September 2022, all while already on bail for hacking Nvidia and BT. But Kurtaj wasn't working alone. The 18-year-old from Oxford had already spent months building his reputation through a devastating campaign across Silicon Valley. Arion Kurtaj, 18, is described as having been a key member of the group. Kurtaj, who has autism, is said to have conducted or helped conduct many of the gang's cyber attacks between late 2021 and early 2022. His primary accomplice, a 17-year-old unnamed minor, worked alongside him to orchestrate attacks that would make headlines worldwide. Their first major target was Microsoft. Lapsus posted a torrent file containing partial source code from Bing, Bing Maps, and Cortana. Microsoft revealed that a single employee's account was compromised by the hacking group, granting the attackers limited access to Microsoft's systems and allowing the theft of the company's source code. Lapsus reportedly leaked a file containing 37 gigabytes of internal Microsoft data, including source code for Bing, Cortana, and other products. Next came Nvidia, the graphics card giant. The hacking group compromised Nvidia's internal systems and stole proprietary data from the chipmaker. The pair didn't stop there. Amongst the group's victims was telecoms company EE, thousands of whose customers received text message demanding a $4 million ransom payment be paid by the firm. 2 years later, Kurtaj and his unnamed accomplice had their sights set on the ultimate prize, Grand Theft Auto 6. The game's development cost is estimated by analysts to be between $1 to $2 billion, potentially making it the most expensive video game ever produced. GTA 5 had sold over 215 million copies and generated billions in revenue. This sequel represented gaming's crown jewel. Rockstar had been developing GTA 6 for roughly 8 years, with full-scale production starting around 2020, and every detail was locked down with obsessive secrecy. Kurtaj had perfected a devastating weapon: social engineering. He used phishing emails to trick a Rockstar employee into surrendering their login credentials. The attack was elegant in its simplicity. He inveigled his way into an internal Slack chat at Rockstar, the company's communication lifeline, where developers shared everything from daily updates to sensitive project files. From that Travelodge room in Kettering, using nothing but an Amazon Fire Stick connected to the hotel TV, along with a smartphone, keyboard, and mouse, Kurtaj broke into Rockstar's cloud computing services. Within hours, he had penetrated the digital fortress protecting gaming's most anticipated release. He even posted in the company's Slack, announcing himself as an attacker, a brazen message that sent shockwaves through Rockstar's offices. What he found was staggering. Not just snippets of code, but 90 videos of GTA 6 in its raw, unfinished state. Gameplay footage that Rockstar had spent years protecting was now in his hands. But Kurtaj wasn't working alone. The 18-year-old from Oxford had already spent months building his reputation through a devastating campaign across Silicon Valley. Arion Kurtaj, 18, is described as having been a key member of the group. Kurtaj, who has autism, is said to have conducted or helped conducted many of the gang's cyber attacks between late 2021 and early 2022. His primary accomplice, a 17-year-old unnamed minor, worked alongside him to orchestrate attacks that would make headlines worldwide. Their first major target was Microsoft. Lapsus posted a torrent file containing partial source code from Bing, Bing Maps, and Cortana. Microsoft revealed that a single employee's account was compromised by the hacking group, granting the attackers limited access to Microsoft systems and allowing the theft of the company's source code. Lapsus reportedly leaked a file containing 37 gigabytes of internal Microsoft data, including source code for Bing, Cortana, and other products. Next came NVIDIA, the graphics card giant. The hacking group compromised NVIDIA's internal systems and stole proprietary data from the chipmaker. The pair didn't stop there. Amongst the group's victims was telecoms company EE, thousands of whose customers received text message demanding a $4 million ransom payment be paid by the firm. They infiltrated Uber through sophisticated social engineering tactics. GTA 6 was the ultimate prize for a reason. The development cost was rumored to reach nearly $2 billion, making it the most expensive video game ever created. GTA 5 had sold over 180 million copies and hit $1 billion in sales in 3 days, a record that positioned its sequel as gaming's crown jewel. For Kurtaj and his accomplice, breaching Rockstar meant accessing the most valuable intellectual property in entertainment. Rockstar had fortified their development like a military installation. The studio established security frameworks with heavily restricted development environments, limited access to sensitive areas, and tighter control over internal communication compared to previous projects. The company even employed canary traps, sharing slightly different versions of information with different employees or partners so that if any specific detail appeared online, Rockstar could identify exactly who had leaked it. But all those defenses collapsed against a single vulnerability: human error. Kurtish didn't need to crack encrypted servers or bypass sophisticated firewalls. Instead, he exploited the weakest link in any security chain: the people themselves. His weapon was social engineering, a technique that weaponizes human psychology rather than technical vulnerabilities. The phishing email that compromised the Rockstar employee was deceptively simple, designed to look legitimate enough that even a cautious worker might click without thinking. Once inside Rockstar's internal Slack channels, Kurtaj had penetrated the nerve center of the company's operations. Slack wasn't just where developers discussed lunch plans, it was the digital lifeline where teams shared daily progress updates, technical problems, and most crucially, links to sensitive project files stored in cloud systems. Every conversation, every shared document, every casual mention of a breakthrough was now visible to an 18-year-old operating from a budget hotel room in Kettering. What Kurtai uncovered was absolutely earth-shattering. The breach ultimately cost Rockstar an estimated $5 million and thousands of staff hours in recovery efforts. After hitting Microsoft, Nvidia, and Uber, do you think Lapsus was right to target Rockstar's $2 billion project as their ultimate score? Drop your answer in the comments below. But the real shock wasn't what they stole, it was what happened next. Within hours of the 90 videos surfacing on September 18th, 2022, the digital world exploded. Download links spread across Jita forums and beyond like wildfire, and the leak consumed the internet in a single day. Gaming forums crashed under the traffic surge as millions of fans desperately tried to glimpse footage that Rockstar had guarded for nearly a decade. The initial reaction ranged from skepticism to euphoria. Many gamers rejoiced at finally seeing raw footage from the long-awaited sequel. The videos revealed everything Rockstar feared losing: raw gameplay footage showing dual protagonists robbing a restaurant, early Vice City environments, and debugging tools plastered across unfinished scenes. What made the leak so damaging wasn't just the content, it was the timing. Those weren't polished marketing materials designed to build hype. They were crude development builds that exposed Rockstar's creative process in its most vulnerable state, complete with internal developer functionalities and debugging markers that screamed "work in progress." Rockstar's emergency response was swift and brutal. Within hours, Take-Two Interactive issued takedown notices for any sites hosting the leaked content. GTA forums threads were removed and locked at Take-Two's request. The company's legal team worked around the clock, firing cease and desist orders at every platform hosting the footage. But the damage was already spreading beyond their control. The videos had been downloaded, re uploaded, and shared across dozens of platforms faster than any legal team could contain. The financial devastation was staggering. Industry analysts estimated the breach cost Rockstar hundreds of millions in potential losses, not just from the immediate security response, but from the long-term impact on their carefully orchestrated marketing timeline. On September 19th, 2022, Rockstar Games released a statement condemning the hack and promising players that disruption to live game services or upcoming titles was not expected. The company vowed to officially introduce the game when it is ready, a public acknowledgement that their crown jewel had been stolen and scattered across the internet before they could control the narrative. 3 months after their devastating rampage across the world's biggest tech company's Lapsus Dollar made a fatal mistake. Despite their tech skills, Kurtai's personal information was leaked online by rival hackers after he gave up control of the Doxbin website in January, with the Doxbin community retaliating by releasing his home address, social media photos, and details about his parents. Lapsus Dollar quickly came under heavy scrutiny from security researchers, many of whom reported that the group lacked robust operational security. Members often failed to carefully mask their digital trail. Such OPSEC shortcomings made it far more likely that researchers and law enforcement could recover sufficient evidence to discover the attackers' real-world identities. Law enforcement officials were informed about Kurtaj's